So far we've read about one miracle baby, John, born to his elderly parents Zechariah and Elizabeth. Now as we move on to chapter 2 of Luke, we discover some of the events around Jesus' birth.
In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. What do we learn about God?
We know that there were no guest rooms available and that Jesus was placed in an animal food trough called a manger. But many of the details that we might find in a traditional nativity play are not included in the Bible's account. With such few details, the best way to approach the story of Jesus' birth is to focus on what the Bible actually says. From the 2 verses detailing Jesus' birth, we can learn several things. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, just as the prophets had said. He was Mary's first child, and she followed the normal practice of the time by wrapping Jesus in strips of cloth. He was laid in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. Whether it was a stable or a cave, Jesus was born in a humble animal shelter. Not a palace or a mansion that would have been better suited to the Son of God, but a simple shelter with an animal food trough as a bed. Jesus, who from the beginning of time was reigning with God in heaven, came down to earth and was born into the poorest of situations. Jesus, though he was rich, for our sakes became poor. But we can also see that even as a baby, people turned Jesus away. The guest rooms were full, and no space could be found for Joseph and the pregnant Mary. If the innkeepers knew now what was about to happen, I'm pretty sure they would have sorted their best room for the family. But they didn't. There was no room in the inn.
If you're freezing cold in December, huddle up warm with young and old, and remember why we're full of joy here at Christmas is because of the baby boy God sent to us. But do you see that the baby was born for you and me? There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me.
What do we learn about ourselves?
It's very easy to go through Christmas and get caught up in the excitement and the preparations. As we do that, it's easy to lose sight of the most important point about Christmas. Christmas is Jesus' birthday. Paul in 2 Corinthians reminds us, "For you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that you through his poverty might become rich." Jesus, born as a human baby, came to serve and to one day give his life so that we can be forgiven and be made right with God and welcomed into his family. Today, even though we now know who this baby Jesus is and what he went on to do, people still can't find room in their lives for him. One day they will realize that we only get to experience the everlasting joy of Christmas when we recognize who Jesus is and welcome him into our lives.
Switch on Christmas lights till your house is twinkling oh so golden bright. Do you notice the presents by the tree? You tear open wrapping paper until you see your favorite toy, but do you know that the baby was the best gift of all? There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me. There is more, because he saved us all. So I'll sing, for the joy he brings. There is more, because he saved us all. So I'll sing, for the joy he brings. There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me.